All right, I want to move on to talking a little bit more about your workflow, your studio, how you like to get things done. One of the things that we discuss on this podcast all the time is, you're a pop producer, a country guy.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get songs out quickly. What's
Yes.
kind of your process to getting, those day one or day two bounces out to your collaborators?
Like, okay, for me, it's having a really great vocal chain from the jump. I think a lot of things that people overlook is not just the vocal chain that's going out to mix.
Yeah.
It's the one that people are hearing in their headphones.
Yep.
So having something like that, like ready to go, is crucial. And, if somebody doesn't like reverb, being able to just tune that down, tune it up, that's crucial. I'm pretty lucky. I collaborate with incredibly talented musicians. Like, I often work with my brother Lou. I work constantly with Uncle Lily. His name's Liam Kevaney, incredible musician. So I'm kind of sitting at the chair often, like taking in information, bring it into my session, and like arranging, making adjustments, adding kind of melodies and things like that, and then turning around and like checking in on the song. But when you're getting great input like that, when you're getting a great vocal signal, when you're getting a good guitar part that doesn't take like a lot of, time stretching and things like that.
Right.
It just makes the job at the end of the day way easier. But again, we said earlier, like, vocal is the most important.
Yep.
So if you have a vocal that just sounds hella good, people are just going to love that and want to come back.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's one of my biggest strengths as like a producer, and because I have so much chops as an engineer.
Right.
People love the way my vocals sound like immediately.
Yeah, I've had the same exact like kind of success with that, where it's like I've even gotten just like vocal production gigs from like artists come by, they're like, oh man, I love how you do my vocal, like can you do my vocal for these other songs? And it I think artists 99% of the time they are listening to their vocal first.
Yes.
And like
absolutely.
that's how you're as a producer and a songwriter is going to sell your song.
Well, think about a film, right?
Yeah.
In a film, you never notice the sound, and when the sound's done right.
Right.
And as a producer, that's kind of what you want to have happen.
Yes.
You don't want anything about your production to stick out in a negative way. And because everybody's looking at the acting and the visual in a film, right? But in music, especially the artists are intently hyper focused on their vocal and their delivery, the nuances. Some of that comes in time, just from learning.
Right.
Like my biggest mistake when I was younger was I would like overtune and over perfect things. Like it used to drive Doja fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude. And I'd have to I would spend hours on Melodyne and it would be this perfect thing. It wasn't her vibe and it wasn't her sound, and I had to unlearn a lot of that. And I think, you got to know your artist and know the genre.
Right.
Like Nashville, for example, they want it to sound great, but it has to sound natural. So yeah, to me, it's all vocal first, and then I'm of the mind too, don't go too hard on the first day unless you're so inspired and you're like, I can't stop working on this song. Ride that wave.
Yeah.
But give people between 60 and 70% of what you're capable of, and then wait for them to be like, we love this song. And because that helps save you time so you can go live your life or work on something else. And B, it puts the ball in their court a little bit, and it just saves space for a conversation of okay, what's next? What do you want? What do you like about the production? What don't? And you can ultimately end up with a better product.
I'm nodding my head so much because that is the exact strategy I do, where it's I never, again, you said that you had those rare times of ooh, I'm really fucking feeling this, I want to finish it. But most of the time I do not do that because you said, I think it's nice to give something the song is there. I'm such a firm believer that I'm a song first everything. And to me, it's if the song is good, you'll know no matter what the production is. You can kind of see past it a lot of times. And then also it's I like the idea, I say it's giving people jobs where it's if I give something to an artist or an A&R or their manager and oh man, this is sick. And if we do these three things, it'll be even better. And now everyone is a little bit more attached to it. And that's, exactly. It's everyone's now we're all part of the song, as opposed to I gave you this finished thing and it's take it or leave it kind of approach.